Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Rebecca Zung. I am a high conflict resolution attorney, and I help you go from a life of drama, trauma, and chaos to step into a life of freedom, possibility, and purpose in negotiating and dealing with that high conflict personality. And today, we are going to be talking about how to get over your fear of being rejected. So many people have been dealing with a high conflict personality, whether it's in a professional setting, whether it's in a personal setting. Let's face it, who wants to be rejected? Nobody does. So if you are worried about that client, if you're worried about that next relationship, if you're worried about stepping up, it's a confidence issue, right? It's a worthiness issue. Who among us hasn't had that? It doesn't feel good when you think about, oh my God, that person might reject us. And so in this video, I'm going to talk about that. I have certainly had my share of that. I've had a law practice. I've had businesses. I've been an entrepreneur. I've dealt with many mediations, arbitrations. I've been in court many times. I know what it's like to be on the end of negotiations where things haven't gone my way, and I've been on the side of things where they've really gone my way. So I want to give you some personal empowerment tips, some confidence tips, some tips to make you feel better about stepping in the ring. The thing is, you're going to be rejected at times. There are going to be times when things go your way, and there are going to be times when they don't, but you want to get over that fear of being rejected. It's not necessarily that you're never going to be rejected. So I want to make sure that we understand what this video is about, right? It's not that you're never going to be rejected forever. This is going to change your fear of getting rejected. So many times people are like, how can I trust myself after I've been in a relationship with a high conflict personality or a narcissist or a narcissistic personality? How do I trust that I'm never going to do that again? That I'm never going to be in a relationship with that person again? How do I know that I'm not going to pick that same person? By the way, I have a lot of videos on this channel about narcissists and how to spot them and how to see the red flags and whether it's a covert or a malignant or a grandiose, or how to deal with them, how to get out of the relationship with them, how to negotiate with them properly. And so if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I really do invite you to do that now. And that's what I'm here to help you do. I do have a best-selling book, Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. It's a global bestseller, and I have programs. I have certifications, high conflict certifications. That's what we're here to help you do all day, every day. I want you to understand first what the fear of rejection is. It's truly that gnawing anxiety. It's that, oh my gosh, if I put myself out there, I'm going to be judged. I'm going to be criticized. I'm just simply not going to be accepted, right? I've been there too. I've not put myself out there. I've said, you know what, I don't want to see that email. I don't want to get that person's rejection back. But, it doesn't have to hold you back. I want you to separate the difference between, if somebody says no to you, it doesn't mean that you are invaluable. It just simply means that was not for you. I often say rejection is protection. There's a saying that God will say yes to you, what you want, not right now, or I have something better for you. Many times that has been the case for me. There's so many times that I've been like, oh my God, I'm so glad that I didn't get that thing that I thought I really wanted at that time. Think about that first of all. When you're really pushing too hard to try to get the thing, maybe it's not the right thing for you in that moment. There may be a good reason for it. Think about what's going on with your gut. Maybe there are some red flags that you aren't looking at, and you're thinking, maybe I should really take a look at those red flags. Or maybe you just need to reassess How am I pitching this? Maybe there's a different way that you could pitch it, or maybe you're not talking to the right people. Maybe it's just not the right timing. Maybe it has nothing to do with you. There's been times actually that I realized down the road that that person had something completely else going on in their lives, and we make it about ourselves. We're meaning making machines, and so we think, oh my gosh, that person didn't get back to us. Sometimes it really just doesn't have anything to do with you. The other thing is, we often think people are obsessing about us or thinking about us. They have their own lives going on. And a lot of times it's just because they're so busy, they honestly just didn't have a chance to get back to you. So sometimes you just need to maybe follow up a second time. How can you overcome that fear of rejection? Just be assertive. Stand in your power. Stand in who you are. A lot of times we don't step up to the plate because we don't think that we're valuable enough. We don't think that we're worth it. We think, I'm not going to say anything. We already come to conclusions. There are so many times that I've spoken to people where they go, well, that other person's just way more powerful, or they're just more valuable. I'm not going to bother. And I say, okay, well, you miss 100% of the swings you don't take. Do you want to be right about that? Or do you want to at least try? Stand in your power. The other thing is that people will think what you tell them to think. I remember there was a time where I actually had left my position as an attorney. I had been practicing law for 8 years. I went and I was a financial advisor for a while. I had my Series 7 and 66 for a few years. And then I had an opportunity to go start my own law practice. And I remember saying to my business coach at the time, people of this community are going to think that I'm such a flake. So she was a lawyer, and then she was a financial advisor. Now she's back to being a lawyer. And I remember very distinctly that she said to me, people will think what you tell them to think. You can tell them to think that you are a flake, or you can tell them to think that you are the only lawyer that has a financial background, the only family law attorney that has a financial background. So therefore, you are actually more qualified than any other family law attorney in town. Which story would you like to tell? So I was like, oh, maybe I'll tell that story. And that's what I did. I stood in my power, and I didn't fear the rejection. I didn't fear the rejection of my clients. I didn't fear the rejection of the rest of the community. I stood in my power, my authentic power. People will think what you tell them to think. And within a few years, I actually had huge clients, billionaires, celebrities, people who were very clearly not going to be hiring a flake. But that was because I stood in my power. So plan yourself strategically, set achievable goals, celebrate your small wins along the way, because that will help you build up your confidence. And then allow yourself to build up resilience too, because remember that you're not always going to win every single time, but that's okay. Don't focus on the people who aren't your fans either, because some people aren't going to be your people. Just stop trying to make not your people your people. Focus on the people who do support you. Believe in yourself, believe in your own worthiness, and also have a good supportive community around you of people who are going to cheer you on. All right, so now I want to hear from you in the comments. I want you to share your experiences with rejection. And if you're dealing with negotiation, by the way, then grab my free Crush My Negotiation Prep worksheet at winmynegotiation.com. That will help you with your negotiation. That will help you be prepared. Preparedness helps you a lot with worrying about being rejected. I want to know how you guys are going to support each other. So make sure you drop a comment below. Tell me, this is a great idea. I'm going to do this, whatever it is that you are going to do. What takeaways did you have from this video? And then I want you to join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. And I want you to like this video. I want you to share it out so that we can encourage each other to help each other, to support each other. And I want you to make sure, if you haven't already, to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. All right, the next video that I want you to watch is, this is the only way that narcissists will respect you. I can't wait to see you in that next video, and I can't wait to support you in this community. This is going to be so good for you about getting over your fear of rejection. And I will see you in that next video. Remember, today's a great day to start negotiating your best life. And I will see you in that next video.